Djokovic. Fans being pleasantly surprised here early. He's doing the ball exceptionally well. Seeing the ball. Attacking it. Putting a lot of pressure on the South African Kevin Anderson. That's where I'd be going if I were Anderson. Hone in on the backhand.
I saw one of the most respected journalists in this country using that famous Samuel Johnson phrase about this match, saying it was the ultimate sporting contest that was worth seeing, but not worth going to see.
A little harsh. Respectfully disagree as a former player.
He's wrong so far.
Come on.
15.
He's just got that left leg strapped, I believe, just purely precautionary. He's had issues with the knees over the years, not surprisingly. Benefiting along with Nadal, these weather conditions, the firmer court, helping these two.
More routine service going for Anderson there.
We got someone, Clay Snipeman, the ATP trainer, has been called. Let's see who it's for. Apparently it's for Anderson. Let's see if we can hear what is going on.
Obviously we can't, but he's asked for a banana, that's all we could hear there. That service game was just a couple of minutes or so. The one before, which was more than 13 minutes, was 3 minutes longer than any other service game that Anderson has had at this year's championship. He's just asked for a couple of pills, I think, so...
Maybe just the moment to some extent. Let's face it, playing Monfils, that was certainly fun to watch, but he was out there for quite a while, long for center, and then this epic match with Federer, he's got to be feeling it. Recognizing the opportunities in the midst of all this, trying to keep his composure. Let's see as Clay Stetman walks by us, what the issue was.
Well, Anderson is eyeing a place in the history books because he's spoken about this match being an amazing opportunity for a South African to get to a Wimbledon final for the first time since 1921.
What about Curran? Kevin Curran, 1985, isn't it?
Wasn't he?
Did he go become an American citizen?
American by then, yeah.
Oh, boy. Just when they thought they had someone. Also guy went to college. University of Texas. Guess just gotta keep his focus here because he was zoning. He came out playing the best he could. Usually there's only one way to go from there. The wrong way. Maybe he can keep this level, or at least close to it. If he does, I believe he'll be in the Wimbledon final. Easy serve at 135 miles per hour. He's got another gear. He can get into the 140s if he had to.
On the first day of Wimbledon this year, we did think we might see the first 150 mile an hour serve at the All England Club, but it hasn't happened so far. Milos Raonic with the fastest serve of the championship so far at 147.
Anyway, when he spots it like that, no chance.
Anderson needs Djokovic and Nadal down this end, all the three of them, and they might get that one back. Four aces apiece as the clock hits half an hour, and it's been compelling stuff.
Anderson doesn't want to be predictable, which is why he's working at forehand to Isner's forehand side pretty often so far. But ultimately, he wants to get over to the Isner backhand, which is far more vulnerable.
These guys have been playing each other for 14 years. There is nothing they don't know of the other player's game. So it's very hard to throw in a kind of wild card element, isn't it, in those circumstances?
Absolutely. That's not going to happen. No tricks up their sleeves. What you've seen is what you're going to get.
That serve was going at roughly the same speed as the plane flying overhead at this moment.
Trump going to wreak some more havoc. Where is he headed next? Oh, he's here for another.
He probably actually is the only person who would land on number one court just to get here.
How did he do that?
15. Again.
Back to normal.
And of course, it's for precisely that reason that Isner mustn't dwell on that opportunity, or those many opportunities that he had in the second Anderson service game.
Isner should be pointed out, has never finished in the top 10 either. His last 8 years, he was 19, 18, 14, 14, 19, 11, 19, 17. So he, for the first time, has broken into the top 10.
And it's almost impossible to believe that until this year, he had never got into the second week at Wimbledon, which does explain why he was 80 to 1 to win this championship before a ball was hit. And I'm sure there are one or two shrewd people out there who maybe had a few quid on him, because there has to always be a chance, if things go his way, of him winning a tournament, because people can't get the serve back.
There's no question about it. I was absolutely amazed that he hadn't made the second week over the years. He seemed to talk himself out of it at times. let's face it, when the conditions are different, the ball's bouncing lower, tougher for him to handle. He's felt his movement was a real liability. His return has been a liability over the years. These hot conditions that he plays in often. He played at the University of Georgia, grew up in the South. He likes these conditions, extremely fit. So this has suited him. And don't forget, he was down 2 match points second round. So he's done a great job to put himself in this position. Chance to get to a Wimbledon final. Not too many guys toss her down second serves at 118. Believe an occasional foray into the net, serving and fouling would be smart for both guys, not to be predictable. Another volley he should have made.